Alright guys, welcome to my Soul Eater makeup tutorial. This is the makeup that I always do for Soul Eater Evans whenever I go to conventions, so I hope that you enjoy and that it helps you out in whatever way it can. So I'm starting off with contacts already in my eyes. You could put them on later if you wanted to though. So I'm going to start off with a primer. This is the only non-drugstore item that I have in this entire tutorial. It's all I have, but it is a Hangover RX primer from Too Faced. I think Maybelline has some good primers if you want to try some of theirs. Moving on, we're going to go to foundation. This is the Revlon Colorstay foundation in the shade, I don't know, the lightest shade because I'm pale as shit. I would recommend using a beauty blender type sponge. However, I was lazy, so I decided to use a brush. This is one from Wet n Wild. It was like $3. And it kind of sucks, to be honest. So I put a little, you can see that brown hair tie around the base of the bristles. I put that there to make it more dense so that when I blended it out, it would, you know, actually work. And it does, and it looks pretty good. So that's what I would recommend doing if you want to use this kind of a cheap brush. I like to use circular slash stippling motions when I blend in foundation with brushes. So just keep blending that out and then look at yourself in the viewfinder and get scared that maybe the foundation didn't match you as well as you thought it did. The lighting makes this foundation look crazy, so don't worry about it. It looks better in real life. So then I am using some concealer. This is the, what is it? This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15. You could just use your finger to blend it out if you wanted to, but I'm going to use a brush because, again, I was lazy and I didn't want to get, you know, a concealer all over my fingers. So I just blended it out. This is a Eco Tools brush. It's just a concealer brush. It's okay. It's nothing special. It does the job. So anyway, then I'm going to set that with some Rimmel Stay Matte, some of the best drugstore powder I've ever used in my life. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. Blend it out and set it. Now that that's done, I'm going to take some of the same foundation that I used on my face. I'm going to smear it around on my lips to sort of blank out my lips. This gives a little bit more of an anime style to your look because anime characters don't usually have colored lips. It's usually just like the exact same color as their skin tone. So that's why we do that. Or you can try to use a nude lipstick if you find one that perfectly matches your skin tone. Then I'm going to set everything. I'm going to set my lips, I'm going to set my face, I'm going to use that same Rimmel translucent powder with the same e.l.f. blush brush. I just really like using this to set because of the way that it's shaped. I can just pat it all around my face and then it doesn't cake up my makeup. Whew, okay, halfway done. Now I'm going to take some eye primer. This is from Hard Candy. You can get the full size in Walmart for about $5, but I am using a little sample size. This is just going to make our eye makeup last a little bit longer and help from creasing. It works pretty well. I am going to set it though, again with that same translucent powder. Now for the eyes, I'm going to use this Hard Candy eyeshadow palette. And this palette actually came with the eyeshadow primer I was just using. I'm going to take this top shade up here and I'm just going to spread that all over my eyelid to act as sort of a transition color and also a lid color. It's very good for brightening up my eyes in particular. If you are a darker skin tone than me, this may not work for you. Just find shades that will sort of brighten up your eyes, and then also you're going to need a darker shade that's going to contour your eyes. Like I'm about to do right now. I'm taking this shade at the bottom of the Hard Candy eye palette and I'm just going to put that into my crease with this fluffy brush. This brush is from, what is it called? Wet n Wild, and I got it at Walgreens. It's literally 99 cents. It's amazing. I love it. It just sort of like hollows out my eyes a little bit more and gives it more depth. So now I'm going to take this Wet n Wild eyeliner. This is like, I don't know, $3 or $4 at Walmart or something. And I'm just going to make a very, very simple line across my eyelids. You can totally try and make your eyes look more like droopy, like Soul Eaters, by using eyeliner. A lot of cosplayers do that, but for me personally, I just like to look like the human version of, you know, the character. I don't really care about making my eyes look too different or anime-like. So anyway, I'm going to go back into that Hard Candy eye palette and I'm going to take that same shade that I put in my crease and I'm just going to put it right at the, what is this called? I'm just going to put that below my eyes to sort of make it look like I'm tired, to sort of give that Soul Eater tired eyes look that he always has. You can totally skip this part if you want to. If you want to look bright and awakened, that's totally fine. But I think this adds a little more character to his character, you know what I mean? Alright, so next I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. palette that I almost blinded myself with. I'm going to take these two, oh, I'm sorry, this is a contour palette. So I'm going to take the contour shade and the more bronzy shade, and I'm just going to contour my face, obviously. I'm just going to put that in the hollows of my cheeks and blend it out really well. I'm using a brush from Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush, I think, and I really, really like this one for contouring. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a nose contour by using just that contouring shade because I felt like the other one would make it too warm. And then I did it kind of a little intensely, as you can see, yeah. So I then took that same brush that I used for all my setting powder and I just really tried to blend that out. And you know what? It's good enough. I did connect that contour all the way up to my eyebrows. If you can see, it sort of makes it look a little more manly. That's what I was going for. That's what a lot of people do to make their faces look a little more contoured and manly-like. So now I'm putting my wig cap on, and I'm going to use a white face paint. This is from Paradise. I think it's a Mayron company. It's a water-activated face paint, so I just activated that with a little bit of water, and now I'm putting it in my eyebrows. You can totally blank out your eyebrows if you want to, you know, by using the glue stick method and making it so that it doesn't look like there's any hair there. But I personally like the definition that my dark eyebrow hairs give to the white of the face paint. I think it looks really cool, so I don't blank out my eyebrows for that, and for the, you know, the whole time-saving part of doing that. But do whatever you want. Of course, this is your look. Now I'm just going to contour my jawline to make myself look a little more manly and chiseled like our beautiful Soul Eater Evans. I'm using the same contour powder from the E.l.f. palette. And after that, you're done. That's all you have to do for your makeup. Then all you're going to need is a wig. This is my Soul Eater wig. I have a tutorial on how to make this, so I will link that. I also have a tutorial on how to make these teeth, so I will link that as well. And once you have that, all you need is a snazzy jacket and a red shirt, and of course that beautiful black tie, and you have Black Blood Soul from Soul Eater. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining and hopefully maybe a little bit and helpful. So you don't have to do makeup for cosplay, but it definitely does enhance your character, I think. Girl or boy, it doesn't matter. Wear makeup if you want to, and if you don't want to, don't wear makeup. Do what makes you feel good. Personally, makeup makes me feel good, so I like to wear it in cosplay. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you, I don't know, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, but I hope that you guys can join me on the journey to finding out.